G'day guys, Matty Extreme Auto. I've been a very lazy boy. Well, not really, just been a bit slack at getting videos out. And not anymore, I'm back. Stick around, look. I'm excited, mate.
The light is fading fast. From this old town we gotta go. Our bags are packed, so what we waiting for? There's no point in delaying what we both already know. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me.
Come with me.
We could rent a room and watch the stars dance round the moon. Fall asleep to the sounds of the sea. With you right by my side, it's such a sweet life. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. Nowhere else to be. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. Nowhere else to be. Escape this time with me. The light is fading fast from this old town we got.
G'day guys, yes, it's been a while. Matty Extreme Auto Caravan Camping. Big off-grid setup. This one on a Lotus. Such a beautiful van. Even the layout and the design of this van is second to none. It's just a beautifully laid out, designed, thought of van in a lot of the aspects. From the cupboard work, you know, to the bench tops, even the colour palette. It just works really well. Even the factory features that they offer are pretty much up there. And the more you look around and you start to look at all the small stuff, it's just well thought of stuff. The centre ensuite on this model, so it's got the bunks at the rear up against the back wall, so there are 3 bunks. It's got the washing machine at the back. Massive shower. It's like a very large shower. It's actually bigger than my shower at home. Not that that's big, but it's a big shower for a caravan. And the vanity area where the toilet is huge. You've got enough room to dance in there and do what you want. It's really good, and you can close off the kids' beds, the bunk, with the concertina door, as well as the living area. So you've got full privacy when you're in that area. Not the purpose of the video. I know what you all want to see, as do I. There's a lot going on here. Come with me and I'll show you. Now, this is a beast of a setup in this Lotus. We have, under that lid is where the batteries lie. So as per new standards, this is a sealed environment. We have put sealant all the way around this. I'll put the photos and the video in somewhere here so you can get an understanding of what's going on under that lid. But that is completely sealed. There is a seal all the way around that lid. There is a vent down on the floor, and we've had to build all of this enclosure here, as you can see, this plyboard, to seal off this area so we can vent it to atmosphere. So if you were to pressurize that environment there, it will not allow anything to come into this environment. So it's not part of the habitable area. That hinge just lives there as a support, but you cannot lift this up anymore. It is screwed down. There's like 12 screws in the thing. So it's not going anywhere. Anyway, the batteries are underway. There are 3 PowerPool Scouts. So have a look at the photo and you'll get to see what they look like. 930 amp hours we have down there. So 12 kilowatt hours of energy there. Victron 12 3120 amp inverter charger. This is factory integrated. So this inverter is running the air conditioner as we speak. It's also able to run the microwave, the washing machine, all of the factory GPOs, including the 2 outside that are near the picnic table, so they can run induction cooking. They can run all of their electric devices outside, charge drills, air fryers, you name it. You know, old mate's got a coffee machine just up here, so that's plugged in, that'll run. And obviously the air conditioner, as you can hear, which we're going to get into in a minute. I've got a good one, so stick around, guys. It's a brand new, the FreshJet, the current model Dometic. So over the Harrier Plus, it's the upgrade, so be able to show you some numbers. So we've got all the 95mm cable. As you can see, these holes here, these have been sealed off because of the habitable area. So this is all accessible. We've got a vent on the side, another vent around here. We've got a massive vent at the front. So all this is quite well vented off here. You've got your DC solar isolators here. So that covers isolation for the PV arrays to the roof, because there are 3 solar controllers here, a 30 amp, a 50 and a 50. So 600 watts going through this one, another 600 going through this 50, so these are the 50 amp models, and then another 390 going through this one here, so this is the 30 amp. So you can add up some numbers there, guys. We're getting some pretty high solar on this. 1590 watts, it's insane. So these guys have over 1.5 kilowatts of solar. Victron bus bars, LMI, busman fuses on 2 strings here. So the idea behind the 2 separate lines is because we've got loads on this one getting its own feed, and we've got the chargers on its own feed. That way it allows separate loads and chargers to uniformly come in and just not impact the system with voltage drop. So if there's a heavy load on the line, it doesn't affect the voltage fluctuation over here. So we just find it smooths it out a lot better. Servo GX down here. Now we've got the Touch 70. We've done the 40 plus. Let me take that off. Done the 40 plus EnerDrive DC charger, so we're really close to these Orion 50s coming in, guys. So next few videos you'll see me fitting lots of the new buck booster coming in the 50 amp model. But in the interim, plenty of EnerDrives, red arcs and likes like that. So we can fit this one in here. Old mate's got a 300 series cruiser with his intentions is to have a system in that as well. So we've done this because it is programmable, which means we will set this for say 40 amps and see how it goes, how it loads up his Anderson system. And he's still able to charge another battery, and we'll work it out from there. But we can maximize this and get this to up to 50 amps if required. So that's vehicle charging. Side solar input we've used on this as well, out to the side, so you can plug in a portable panel should you want to add more to the system. Battery isolation here. Busman master fuse to cover this. Like I said, 95mm cable, all of the heavy duty cable running through this. And the factory system was in this location, so it had a couple of EnerDrive 100 amp hour. I think the Elite, which is their entry range battery system. No inverter, nothing was in this, and it just had the standard kind of Red Arc Manager 30 here, and that ran up the wall and all sorts of stuff, and that was here. Obviously now that is gone, and we have a beautiful touchscreen for Victron. Love these screens, you guys. You've seen me do plenty of these. Now we're under a gum tree. I think the best I saw was about 1,000, maybe just over. I don't think I'm going to get much more than that. I'm actually surprised I'm even getting this. If you could see what I'm dealing with, I'll bring you and show you what I'm working with. I got Gumtree there, and yes, the sun's in the middle of it, but that's shading. Like if I were to move left, that whole left array's in shade. So you know, with 1500 odd watts, we should be seeing a lot more than that. But this is camping, and to get that under a Gumtree, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm running the air conditioner, which we should talk about. So this new FreshJet, 540 watts. It's blowing cold air. Now I did see it go up to 850, but what I've noticed with the new one, and you can see it, what I've noticed is the way it ramps up and ramps down. It's pretty much instant, but it is a lot quieter and it's more efficient. What more could you want? that's the good thing about technology. As time moves on, things get better. The big companies and the companies that you see me use, they just listen to customers and they listen to us installers. So people want more efficient products, they've got it. So they know that people are putting in big lithium off-grid systems. So their demand is right. Let's cater for that market. Why not? 546 watts running. So I'm receiving 800 watts now, so there's another 20 amps going into the battery on top of running this air conditioner. So I'm running this air conditioner for zero cost. I'm not using any energy, I'm actually charging the battery. How cool is that? Yeah, you can do that with the old system, but it would be less charge, of course. Maybe run on par. You'd have to have a pretty big system to be able to run. But what I have noticed over the hours of running this, when it does ramp up to a higher wattage, it doesn't really go past sort of 750, but then it comes back down really quickly to this 540 that I'm still seeing right now. There. So it hasn't really changed from this, you know, probably for the last 15 minutes. It'll back off down to about 200 or 300 watts, but then it goes up to this 500. And then it jumps up to 750. So I'd love to see what it does over the hour efficiency wise, but this is definitely running probably about 200 watts better than the previous Harrier Plus. So cool. Like, I love it. So there's our charge. So what's happening at the battery right now is here. So we're pumping in 226 watts into the battery, or about 17 amps, on top of running this air conditioner. So yeah, we're free camping right now, and this is exactly what you would be doing in the bush under a gum tree. Sitting in the cool, running your air conditioner, completely off grid, not plugged in. It's just cool. So it's quite warm here in Adelaide, so it's low 30s. Let's go down. Now it's still pulling 546. I'm going to show you how fast this is. I can hear it already. I'm going to catch it. See how fast it responds now to your temperature change? So I've got that on 16 flat out. Let's see what we can get it to ramp up to. Now for you guys that have the Harrier Plus, you guys know what it can get up to if required. Normally sits on the sort of 850, maybe 900, and you might even see it get up to the 1200 if it's going absolute full song. But generally 750 to 850 is about right. Well, I'm only using 8 amps from the battery and this is on full song. And I'm in shade. So with 900 and something amp hours and you're only pulling 10 amps an hour, in 10 hours I've used 100 amp hours. That's insane. And that's if this stays at that load, which it won't. The air conditioner will kick out and that'll drop away. These guys have a massive amount of energy to play with. It's so good to be able to do that. 12 kilowatt hours, that's insane. Beautiful. That's it. It's not going up any higher. These are very efficient. Very happy. All right. There we have it, guys. I'd love to do more rundowns on this, but there's actually not too much more to do. We've been running the air conditioner for a bit. Should we get the microwave going? Maybe we should. Done it on the other videos, why not? Let's go, we'll do it live. I don't know if we've run it much before, but we'll get a cup going. We'll do it like, you know, live as we can. And always put something, you should always put something in a microwave to absorb the energy so you're not causing damage. So what have we got? An NCE. This is a beast of a micro. It's pretty big, and she's running on 16 flat out still, so you can still see that. And then I'll flip you around. So microwave and the air conditioner running simultaneously. So you don't have to shut one of them down. You know, like if you had a different type of inverter or a different system, you wouldn't be able to do this at all. You know, you'd have to shut the microwave down or whatever, but you don't need to do that with our systems. You get multiple devices to be able to run at the same time. And another thing to note too is actually charging with solar on vehicle. You've got simultaneous charging as well, so old mate's got a Land Cruiser 300 series, so if he's driving along, you know, the charge is going to be pumping in north of 45, 50 amps coming from the engine, guaranteed, while the engine's running. And whatever solar's available will come in on top of that. That's because they run their own solar controllers networked. So all this 1590 watts has the ability to come in on top of the vehicle's 600-700 watts. So you can do some math. That's big numbers. So pumping in 2,000 plus watts of charge to charge 12 kilowatt hours, you can do some math. It's not going to take long to charge this back up, even if you did drain it to 20%. You know, so, and just remember, when you talk about percentages with people, something to keep in mind. Percentage is based on capacity. So 50% of 1,000 amp hours is a lot more than 50% of 100 amp hours. So if whenever you speak to people, always give them the full story. Hey guys, I'm using 10-20%. And so of what? You need to know. You know, it's like the old one, I've used a quarter of a tank of fuel to get here. Well, how big's your tank? Oh, you know, 300 litres. Every Land Cruiser 200 story. So that's it. Always talk about the full story. It paints a much nicer picture, and just makes more sense. So with this setup, with the Caravan on it, we've also done the pointing MIMO antenna. So if you don't know what that is, you can look it up. The RF shop here in Adelaide, down at Lonsdale, old mate David, he's an absolute guru in the industry, and he really knows his stuff when it comes to mobile setup. So he integrates Starlink with a lot of different systems. Now this one is no exception. It's very similar to what I've got. It's a Teltonika modem. It's basically an industrial grade 3G, 4G modem. This one has the new version, okay? It's the 5G model. It's got a lot of features on it. It's got the multi-in as well, the back, so this is for the antenna. So we've done, it's basically called a shark fin antenna, all right? You might have seen them on a lot of vans, but these, look them up, they're not a cheap antenna. They're very good quality. They're quite a large antenna, about 250 wide, probably sticks up about 100 and something high. But what it is, it's actually a Wi-Fi antenna externally. Now, old mate's just done some testing, and I kid you not, he's able to make a Wi-Fi call. So just remember, Starlink can be plugged into this. So this is infrastructure. This is a mobile. This is a Wi-Fi network for your Caravan, and all of your other brands, you can look them up, and I guarantee you will not get this result on any of those products. Here's just shot off to make a Wi-Fi call at 170 meters for 15 minutes. 170 meters away. We're in a caravan park, and he had crystal clear the whole conversation for 15 minutes. He thought he would push the limits, and he went out to 180 to 190 meters away. That's when it started dropping out. So in other words, picture yourself with this setup in the middle of the bush. You got your Starlink run out, plug straight into this modem, right? Because it's basically got the SIM card in it. So right now it's functioning on the 4G network. Okay, you plug your Starlink into it with the Ethernet adapter. It'll take that input. All right. So just picture yourself in the bush. Starlink's running in it. You're outside, you're making a Wi-Fi call. You can go for a walk up to a couple of 100 meters away. Well, he did that, and we're in a caravan park. It's probably going to get better as you go out in the bush because there's less interference and less stuff around. And you're on the phone. You're able to do what you need to do. You could be parked up on the beach somewhere, fishing on the shore of the beach, and you got your phone in your pocket, and you're probably thinking, well, that's what you get away for. It is, but everyone's different. Some people run a business. Some people need to stay connected. Some people have medical issues, and they have that sense of connection back to society or back to civilization. So they're not far away to make a call if they're in trouble. Some people just want to stay in touch with their friends and family. And look, we're all different. The point of it is this gentleman needs it set up, and he's done a very good job of getting this working well. And, you know, he's an automation, so he's actually going to set this up pretty cool. Going to be interesting to see where this one goes. He's able to set up the RUVI tags, so the temperature tags that we've done in his fridge and freezer and the battery area. He's able to set it up on his little infrastructure here so he can remotely monitor it. It's going to be really cool. You can do it through the VRM portal, but he's got his own system that he wants to be able to use. He's going to do it. He's going to stay in touch and let us know where it goes. But pretty much he's going to automate this van for himself and integrate this whole system into it. So it's going to be interesting to see how things go with this setup. It's going to be really cool. I'm really wrapped with this, guys. It's taken me and Riley 3 days to get this thing set up, but it is proper. All of the Exotronic panels on the roof, they're all premium grade. there's nothing else I can tell you guys. Just keep watching these videos and I'll keep putting them out as much as I can. We've got another one, 2 more booked in for next week leading into Christmas. When we come back from our Christmas break, which is only a few days, we're straight into it. We've got 2 booked in pretty much every week between now and Easter. Then I'm off for 3 months over to the west. Gone. Across the Nullarbor, over to Perth, catch up with some mates, have a good time, and then I'm going to head straight up to Exmouth. Going to hang around there for a bit, duck into Carragini, then up to Broome, Cable Beach. For you guys that have been out there, tell me more. Like, I see a lot of my friends and followers, they're all doing it and putting up photos, but it'd be good to hear your feedback. Let me know in the comments of where to go, what to do, if you've got any cheeky pointers, where to stay, where not to stay, what to avoid. You know, I've done a little bit of research, but there's so much information, you don't know you have to sift through a lot of it. So, you know, I trust my audience and you guys have been great. So thanks heaps for watching, guys. We'll we'll get into it. Catch up. Yay, some sun. I'll kill this. Better only. What a day. No good for testing solar. Ah well. This is real life camping under a gum tree.
The light is fading fast. From this old town we gotta go. Our bags are packed, so what we waiting for? There's no point in delaying what we both already know. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. We could rent a room and watch the stars dance round the moon. Fall asleep to the sounds of the sea. With you right by my side, it's such a sweet life. Escape this time with me.
Under a gum tree. Pretty good. You won't believe me. Look at that. And we want that sun to go from there to there. We're on the cloud as well. Jeez. Not bad. I reckon another hour and we'll see some good numbers. But before we seal up this compartment, I'm going to show you guys the sound. So we have completely sealed off this whole area. So this is all boarded off. This cleaner here is all sealed. There's all silicone around this whole area, all the way around. And the inner, the whole thing is sealed off completely. This lid's going to go on with, there's the foam seal, and we run that around this whole edge and put it down. So just quickly do this video because we're going to put a lid on this and be done. We'll even seal, so the 2 cables that enter through this board, pump some sealant around there as well so you can see the light. So almost ready to do that. Through there, seal that off, and there's another one through there, so we'll seal that one off too. The only 2 penetrations into the area via that. Vent will go somewhere, maybe down here. Maybe down here, we'll work that in a second, and that's it. All done.